the results will be remembered for a lifetime, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gators will put total leather and will get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Going up top on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. As they say, touchdown, first down, or get down. He gets down.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the... be a touchback. Offense working from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Got his man downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. He's got it on the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gator! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's passed. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Brings it down on the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 20. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
And how about the communication by the big fellas up front? Picking up that blitz, QB wasn't even close to being touched. That was as pristine a pocket as you will see.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him on the ground, a 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. No good. And here in the second quarter, this field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The handoff to Johnson. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Throwing right. Holds it in.
Wow, what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Flagway. Fires into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Florida. Timely decisions, effective play management helps him get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It is very tough when you're a secondary player to cover guys for long periods of time. Great job by the secondary, taking away all the options, even when the pass rush didn't get home.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Running it back, it's Hawkins. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Flagway. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise, and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Fires to the big fella. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Fairweather. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. And the pass is intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, but if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. To the air, it's Thorne. He's got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Auburn doing business in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Hunter. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball down here.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. racing down the left side. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wants to throw. It's Thorne. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sideline. It's Fairweather.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The give on the inside. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lambert Smith. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. It's on target and complete. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Here on third down.
The score, Florida 35, Auburn 14.
Trying to pick up a first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Looking downfield, it's Thorne. Let's it fly. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Auburn.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Wide open. He makes the catch. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Now second down as they try to run this clock. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Sweet feet on the move. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. After run, now throw. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
And that's why defenses practice pursuit drills, right? All week long. Pursue, pursue, pursue. The play's never dead. You don't know what ball carriers are going to do. Sometimes they pirouette, they spin out, they try to reverse field, thinking they could be Superman and make a bunch of different guys miss. Not that time, though. Look at the...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big...
Looking for the end zone. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
The sure hands, it's Lambert Smith. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Fires to the big fella.
Look, it's a nice game, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the first down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Safe completion on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They keep attacking through the air. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Makes the grab. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Looking to the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
He'll start this drive firing. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off. This
time he's got his man. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Badger. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll give it to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a